Additional DC. Why additional DC is required? The additional DC is called also backup DC. Additional DC is a additional domain control. DC is a domain control. Is we can also call this backup domain control or secondary domain control. Hello. Here I am going to share you my experience about why do we require additional DC. What is the step we are need to follow to add additional DC. So here I am just following some of the steps which is required to add additional DC as a in primary DC. Primary DC is the main domain control, secondary DC is our additional DC domain control. Once Windows Server installed, we need to assign static IP address to the server and need to change the name of the server. Or you can leave as it, but for the good manner, we can change the name server. Change the name server, install Win server with same existing version. Whatever version you are using, you need to add the same version. Like I am using Windows Server 2019, so in the same domain DC, we need to add a same 2019 Windows Server and join to the domain control. Go to Server Manager. Once you join to the domain controller, go to Server Manager and then click to add feature and install. Once you will go to the feature and installation, click on Active Directory Domain Services. There will be a roles, there will be a role and feature. So you need to select enroll Active Directory Domain Services and DHCP Server. If you want the same copy of DC, I'm also running in my DC DHCP. So I am selecting DHCP also. Dynamic Host Control Protocol. The DHCP used for assign automatic IP. It's because we are using DHCP dynamic host. If any device is connected to our network, automatic assign IP to that device. We don't need to physically set the static IP to the device and add the DNS server required and don't need to uncheck any default installation. Once installation done, click to Permote DC and add and select the existing DC and type as a administrator called name and password. Once installation done, go to Active Directory Site and Services. Click to add default site name and expand. Right to click NTDS. Settings, select all tab and then the check replication topology. Replication topology, why we are following? Because we are using one DC to another DC. We want replication one DC to other DC. Primary DC to secondary DC. That's why we are checking. If replication will be processed, okay. Then if we are doing anything in primary or secondary DC, then will both communicate and replicate with each other. Right click to the NTDS setting and select all tasks. Then check the replication topology. Once done, click to replicate now. You will get successfully pop-up message. This thing have to done both primary and secondary DC. That is additional or DC. Once when both primary and secondary DC replicate, if we create or implemented anything, even any primary or secondary DC will get result. Note both server machine IP and different, not same. Yes, the static IP should be different with both primary and secondary because we already assigned primary IP to them and secondary IP should be different. So in case any primary DC is done some of the scenario our primary DC is done, we can use our secondary DC. In any case, primary DCs don't need to assign Active Directory to the full privilege because secondary TC don't have the full privileges. Need to seize the FSMO rule, flexible master, flexible single master operation rule from primary DC to secondary DC. There is a five rule which is apply in FSMO, flexible single master option, very important role which is applied in domain control. So the FSMO is role is divided in two categories: forest level and domain level. Forest level is schema master and domain naming master. And domain level is domain level RID master and PD, primary domain control emulator. So I need to seize the FSMO 5 role from primary DC to assign secondary DC. Open PowerShell type command first need to check the FSMO role is currently running or no. NetDOM FSMO role, you will see 5 SMO role will be displayed. Now type NTDS now question mark, and then press enter key and select maintenance. Once maintenance, then again question mark and hit enter. So now once role is displaying type like CMD C infrastructure or FSMO role. Installation will serve Windows Server, change name and sign the static IP address. Primary TC. So here I have described all the method. So now I am implementing. So once installation done, Windows Server installation done, I am sharing with you with screenshot to easy to understand. I have given the all the overview. What will be the process we are going to follow? So primary DC IP is this. We are having primary DC. So IP is 20.4. We are using C class of IPv4. Okay. In the default PC name. So first need to change the default face. This is the first step. We need to. This is will be the first step changing the system name and IP address. Assign the static IP address. Though that's the easy command Windows. I type window R press window key and R type sysdm.cpl. Once you will then will be open, the pop-up will be open. System properties pop-up will be open. Just change the name according to you. So in my case, I have selected BDC, backup domain controller, and type the primary DC administrator username and password. In my case, I am the administrator, so I have and type the password. Now this PC is connected to the particular domain environment. So you can see there here is a VRE.local. For testing purpose, I have named this VRE.local. I have entered to the domain controller, the network domain. So after joining DC, you can check this BDEC is connected to the domain controller. Open server manager and install Active Directory. So not select the backup server and click next. Once you will press add role and feature, click to next. Destination server you will get once you as per the you rename your server. Select Active Directory domain services DHCP server DNS because this role belong to the roles. It's not feature because Active Directory is a role. Active Directory. So select the Active Directory DH server. I have selected also IS server, Web IS server, and left all make as before. So check group policies selected or not. Group policy is very important task in Active Directory. This group policy protect you from the unnecessary attacks, and you can assign the policy according to the organization unit. Let will be discuss about more thing about Active Directory and OU. later. Now click and install this selected feature and check the restart the system animation if required. But mostly we need to restart the server and install. Once installation, then click to promote the domain controller. So need to configure it. Yeah, you just need to press on configure and required installation succeed BDC. Click to promote this server and a domain controller. Now click to promote this domain controller. Once we'll click to pop up red flag or bar promote from there. Also you can promote from anywhere you whatever you want. There will be a two option. There will be a flag option. There will be a complete promote option. You can click from there also. Select existing DC. Once you pop-up will be open. Change the user perform credential. Enter only primary DC administrator username and password and click next. So here I have selected add domain controller and existing domain because I will going to join in existing domain. So change here the type the username and admin username and password. Now type to restore mode pass. Why we need to select DSRM? Because if there is any issue generated to domain controller or backup DC, DSRM always keeping one server email stored separately. If this method required, need to start server as a safe mode. Click next. Next. Now need to default first site name. If we are selecting default, directly the service restore mode, type the password. Once as I told you, if there is any kind of issue of your server, you need to open in a safe mode. This password will require during the recovery. One image copy store in your disk. After directory server restore mode, set password and click next. Select the primary domain and click next. So it will replicate from my primary DC. You need to select the primary DC and click next. Here is database log and this volume directory structure. Complete active directory database store here. NTDS and DIT. Database base. NTDS is the active directory database. All user, computer account and group. You can say NTDS is the block backbone of any active directory. NTDS DIT is the main Active Directory database file. NTDS stands for NT Directory Service. The DIT stands for Directory Information Tree. The NTDS.dit file, one or more particular domain controller, contain all naming context hosted by the domain controller, including all configuration schema, etc. So click next. Once this operation done, basically coordinating daily activities, I click next. Click to install. Once done, click to install. Once installation done, server will be log out. And you can check in your primary DC. There will be two domain. Go to domain controller and you can check here. As you can see, there is a BDC, backup domain controller and center. This is my center and this is my backup DC. Additional domain controller is coming. Now go to Active Directory and Site and Services. Need to apply replication boss server. First apply because once we will apply replication, then will machine, both domain controller work together. So, open, go to tools, Active Directory Site and Server. Click to Active Directory Site and Services. Expand default first site name. Go to server. Select first central DC. Go to all tasks and check the replication topology. Once check the replication topology, primary server replicates server replicate to secondary server replication. If the If we done the replication between server, sometime replicate server will be implemented. If any user any changes appear between replicate server, so here you can see active directory domain server control at this new deleted connection. Okay. Now need to apply replication job to secondary DC. If the, so need to check the same process we need to follow active, go to the tools, open the active directory site and services, click to the secondary DC, click to the all tabs and check the replication topology. So here if you can check here once replicate done, check replication topology. Active directory domain service domain control BDC VRE has checked replication topology. So right click over backup domain. We need to apply same process to backup DC and secondary. Because if you can check over this image here, I am selected the NTDS to the backup domain, but it's come from where central. It is replicated from central our DC. And if you can check where, so I know I am creating organization unit. No, first I need to cover this. It might be you are confused over there. You can check over here. There will be a replication method with central. Okay, and it should be my first. So and central is coming from where replicate from BDC backup domain controller. You can check over here. Now I am going to create organization unit. Check it if we have replicated it's working or no. Suppose creating a new OE organization unit to a secondary DC. Creating organization unit, have create new user. Okay, have creating new user. Suppose I have created Qatar. We have multiple multiple location. We have one business in multiple location. So I have created a, a primary server of OU. New OU created to primary server after application between primary DC and secondary DC. Any OU user deploys is created in primary DC. It will reflect to the my secondary. Should be I have here open my primary DC. Okay, you can check here. Qatar is displaying over here also. So created OU instruction and a user backup DC secondary DC. So here if you can check over here, we have created Qatar OU organization unit. I have created two user Myra Salman. The two user is reflected from our primary DC. So it's also replicated in primary DC. So if there any problem on primary server, how to retain secondary backup server? Flexible single master operation that is called FSMO role. That is very important role for Active Directory. Primary server FSMO role. Go to netdom query. If you can check, there is a netdom query SFMO. Once you have passed this query, netdom query FSMO. The schema master, this all role belong to who? Central. Who is the main owner of this FSMO role? Central. So in this scenario, and check the secondary server will also getting same role, but secondary server not having complete authority like primary DC, because primary DC is the main authorized domain controller for FSMO zone. If there is any kind of issue generated in our primary DC, we need to release. We need to take the ownership from primary DC to secondary DC. Primary DC is not active. Suppose an example, primary DC is not active, server dot, any kind of issue generated in IT. You are also aware about this. Not type PowerShell. Open PowerShell, but still I will get 5 SMO row. In secondary server, I am getting all 5 row. But it's belong to who? Belong to central. You can check central.vre.local. It still belong to center. We need to release all rows to take the ownership to primary, primary DC to secondary DC. Just type NTDS UTI here. And just after this, once you type NTDS UTI, type roles. Once you will type roles, once you will type roles, type connection. No need to connect in backup domain control like connect to server btc.vre.local. So here server connection connected to the server.pda. If you can check over here, what did I have type over here? What did I type? I just type connect to server BTC because I am connected to this URL. Connect to server btc.vre.local. So binding to btc.vre.local. So connected to BDC VRE using the credential locally log on user. Now quite from connection, press type Q. And in the here we need to see or FSMO role from primary server. No DOM query. Just type the DOM query and the command complete. So maintenance sees infrastructure master and press yes. Type here NTDS again type here NTDS UTI. Roles type roles, then question mark. Then again try to connect to server btc.vre.local. Once connection is stabilized, we need to press what? FSMO maintenance. Press. So FSMO maintenance sees infrastructure much. Now I am seizing because maintenance mode I took this into maintenance mode. Here first method I will apply seize master infrastructure master. I am seizing first role from central primary DC. Then all five role we need to seize all five role schema master, PDC, domain controller, domain naming, domain naming, we need, naming master. We need to all seize. So इसके master sees, RID master sees, PDC is master sees, naming master sees, infrastructure master sees. All operation once all operations done. Sees read master, RID master also done. Sees schema master also done. Now type quite. Now I'm going to quite from this maintenance mode. So after sees all five row from primary DC and assigned to secondary DC, if you are checked after sees all those role, having all FSMO role to who? Make them query FSMO mode. This is the who is the owner or no? BDC the our secondary DC, backup DC is the owner of FSMO role because all five rows I took from primary DC. So first schema master and domain naming and PDC RID full master infrastructure master, all five roles I took from this role. Go to Active Directory and check all domain and click Operation Master. So once you will go here, you will check BDC and VRE. Who is the owner of this secondary DC? Secondary DC is the RID. Once you have checked RID for BDC VRE.local is who is the owner of 5 SMO role? The BDC, our secondary domain. If you will check BDC, primary DC. So this is the once primary DC is power on, is still the secondary DC is our primary DC. So infrastructure, if you will go into infrastructure, you will check there who is the FSMO role owner BDC. This is the method we need to follow to to install secondary DC, secondary domain controller, and sees all five FSMO role, flexible master operation role from primary DC if there any kind of issue generated.